Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Great, thank you. Sorry, it's very dark in here. I can't open this, otherwise you will be blinded.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
Very, very bright.
it's okay with me.
So what's your
So
name?
my name is Ahmed.
Nice to meet you, Ahmed. My name is Faye and I'm from England, but I currently live in Greece.
It's nice to meet you, Faye. Your name it's like Fay.
Faye.
Uh-huh.
But you do not pronounce the E, you pronounce it Fay, Faye.
Yeah, Faye. It's a nice name.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Where are you from?
I back.
Oh, wow. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Is it very
Thank you.
warm? Is it very warm weather there?
Yeah, exactly. The weather is very warm nowadays because the summer season is coming, and maybe the summer will be burning our skin because yeah, it's very hot here in Iraq.
Oh, really? Is it always hot or only in summer?
Only in summer, but the summer season it's like 8 or 9 months in a year.
Ah, so it's a long summer.
Yeah, we have four or maybe 4 or 5 months of winter.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
very long. What do you prefer, the winter or the summer?
I prefer the summer because there's stuff out there in the summer like swimming, hanging out with the friends. So it's okay with me with summer. I like the winter. I don't like winter because it always I should put on myself many coats and scarf and hat and gloves, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it becomes a very long process to leave the
Yeah,
house.
it's happened. So, are you a teacher right now only on Cambly, or do you teach for another companies?
Well, I teach on Cambly, and
Yeah,
because I live in Greece,
yeah,
there's lots of people who want to learn English.
yes,
So I do teach one-on-one, but at the moment everything is online because we are stuck at home.
yeah.
And this is just in the winter time, and then in the summertime, because where I live it's an island. It's a very it's a
Yes.
very touristy place. So in the summertime, the tourists are everywhere. So I work for a holiday company,
Uh-huh.
and I have 4 or 5 hotels that I look after, and I go and check on the guests. Are they having a good time? If there are any problems, I help sort the problems out. It's kind of like guest relations, that kind of thing. I work for the company to look after the tourists that are here.
That's great. That's great. New culture there and meet new friends, new people, and learn their habits. How long have you been in Greece?
Well, um, I've been living here on and off for about 4 or 5 years, but I've lived here permanently all the time
Yeah.
for about 2 years. Because I used to come and just work for the summertime and then go home in the winter.
Yeah.
But now for 2 years, I'm here all year round. And I love it. Like you say, I love different cultures. I love learning about different cultures, and experiencing it as well is really nice. We
Yeah.
just we just had the Greek Easter here this weekend,
Yeah.
and that was really nice. But obviously, we are all on lockdown, so we are all at home. So it's a little bit less special, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So do you live by yourself and or you have friends with you?
I live with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
My boyfriend is Greek. I know him from here, and
yeah,
so we live together. But I have my own apartment.
yeah,
But at the moment, if I live there, I'm there the whole time on my own. So it's better to stay here.
yeah.
So otherwise, I wouldn't speak to anyone because we're not allowed to go out.
Yeah, exactly, because the lockdown. And
It's all
how is it the situation there in Greece about the curfew and lockdown? I think the government allowed you to go out from which time in a day?
well. We started the lockdown really early, and
Yeah,
before it was even a problem here because in Greece the
yeah,
healthcare system is not very good. It's it's just a bad standard basically. It's just not great, and the government know this. And to
yes,
make sure that there weren't many deaths here, we
yeah,
went into lockdown about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and it worked. I mean, overall, over the
yes.
whole of Greece, including the islands, we have 2,000 cases.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge number.
2,000.
Yeah,
But this is for all of Greece,
yeah.
and we've had 100 deaths. 100 people have died.
Exactly the same here in Iraq. We have like 1,000 confirmed cases and like 100 or more than 100 died people here in my country.
That's really good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
bad. It's a horrible thing, but you know,
Exactly. Yeah,
you know,
if you make a comparison
yeah.
between the other countries, yeah, it's really good, and
Oh
we're
my
thankful and
God.
grateful for this.
Like
Yeah,
the UK
yeah,
is awful. It's not as bad as say Spain or the USA,
yeah,
but there have been, I think, about 10,000 people have died. They've had like 30,000 cases or more. So,
yeah,
and on the islands that I live on,
yeah.
we've only had 4 cases, but we didn't have any until about 10 days ago. Um,
Hmm.
we had nothing. We were really good. You know, and this was what, 5 weeks into lockdown, we still had nothing. And then one man who is Greek,
Yeah.
he came home from Belgium before they stopped the any movement between countries.
Yes.
And when you come home, he was meant to stay at home for 2 weeks isolation to make sure he wasn't infected. But he went straight to the supermarket, about 4 different supermarkets.
Whoa.
He went for a walk around his village, and it turned out
And he is infected or he don't know.
he didn't know. But
Wow.
like, what an idiot, though. You come home on the first day you come back, you are meant to be in isolation for 2 weeks, and he goes to the supermarket. And
Yeah.
now we have 4 cases. One person has died, which out of 4 people is a lot. One person out of 4, that's a lot. So, but we haven't had any new cases. So we are hoping that it's just these 4 and that's it. But it was so frustrating, Ahmed, because we didn't have any. And when the lockdown is over, we could pretty much have gone straight back to normal. If
Yeah.
they aren't,
Exactly.
if they aren't letting people in, you know, as soon as lockdown's over, we can go back to normal. But no, now we have to do these stages, all this stuff. It's a nightmare.
It's boring. Yeah. Exactly. So tell me, what's the first thing you will you will do after lockdown?
Oh, I
I think.
Well, I have a bit of a plan. So, depending on the weather, if it's really
Yeah,
nice and sunny, I'm
yeah,
going to go get a coffee, a really nice coffee that I haven't made, that
yeah,
someone, a proper person has made. Go to the main town, Corfu town. It's like a really nice, beautiful town. Do some
yeah.
shopping, like clothes shopping, and then I'm gonna go to the beach
Oh wow, that's a
and
good plan.
swim. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go out for dinner
Yeah,
because I'm
I
bored of
hope.
cooking myself.
Yeah, I hope. I hope that dream is coming soon.
I hope so too because we are meant to finish lockdown next Monday, and then
Yeah,
they open things in stages. You know, at
yeah,
first
exactly.
at first they send the children to school, that kind of thing.
I
But
think I think the schools maybe they are not open yet because you know the schools and the children gathering,
mm,
maybe some of them sneezing to each other.
mm,
I think that is not okay. Unlike the adults, they understand the fears and they understand the causes, so they keep a distance between each other.
yeah,
Unlike the children, I prefer to every schools to stay closed.
no, I agree with
Yeah,
you because
yeah,
at the end of the day,
yeah,
what is another 2 or 3 weeks of school that
yeah,
they miss? What is it now from 2 months? So even if they wait another 2 or 3 weeks before they send them back, I
yeah.
think that's good. But even now, I think they said, they want to reopen like restaurants and places like this.
Yes,
But what they want to do is they want to make sure that have enough distance between them. So there's like distance between the tables, which, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But when you have one waiter for the
yeah,
whole restaurant who's taking your order, who then brings you the food and drinks,
yeah.
it's it's the same thing, He's going to each person,
Yeah,
each table.
yeah, exactly. We should careful nowadays because maybe the lockdown is end, and
Mm,
we should wear a mask and gloves and make a distance between each other. Um because I tell you that because yesterday my local government declare emergency case is not end, but how can I say? It's okay. It's okay with this situation.
mm.
The government declare today the lockdown is end partly. Yeah, so we can
Oh,
go. So we can go out there from 6 o'clock p.m. A.m. to 7 o'clock p.m.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
A
So
bit more freedom.
repeat again.
You have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, exactly, freedom. So after I call you, sorry, before I call you,
Yeah.
I go around my neighborhood and I went to another neighborhood and there's so crowded people and traffic because they are they are boring and this is the freedom.
Yeah, it is. And, here, if we
Yeah,
want to go, we can go anywhere at
yeah,
any time of the day.
yeah,
but we have to send a text message to a number, like a government number.
Yeah.
And we have to put our name and our address, and we have to put a number. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6. 2 is going to the supermarket. 6 is going to do exercise, outside of your house.
Yeah.
So every time I leave the house, I have to send this text message, because if the police stop me, they want to see the text message, and they want to see my ID and everything like that.
Yeah.
And if I don't send the text, I get €150 fine.
You'll be punished or arrested.
Yeah, you get a fine. So you get a €150 fine. And I don't understand why we have to send a text, but I think it's so they can look on their systems. Lots of people in this area are going supermarket shopping or doing lots of exercise outside. I think that's what they're doing with this information, because I can't understand otherwise.
I think they put a plan to control to the people, because the human nature want to be freedom, not look in our homes. And this is new for us, because we are always commute to schools, commute to our works. So when someone put their rules on us, I think it's boring.
It is. And what can we do? I've tried to find everything to do. I've done puzzles, I've done coloring in, I've done cleaning, tidying.
Yeah.
I've tried changing the room in a different way.
Yeah, and you mean the decoration?
Yeah. Like, I'll move the bed there, move the chair here, everything.
Yeah.
And I run out of
and still you have a long time.
Yeah. Oh, by the time we finish next week, it will be 2 months of staying in. And I feel like I've forgotten what life is like.
Yeah, exactly, because maybe you can't communicate with the other people out there, because you look down for 2 months. So I think your feelings toward the persons, to the people, it's changing. I feel that when I go out there, it's like, oh, that's weird. I'm out. It's very weird.
I know. And it's weird when you see other people, when you are in a supermarket or something like that, and you see people that you don't know, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
new people.
Oh,
Obviously, you can't go near them, but you're like, there's other people here. Because the only people I see are my boyfriend and his family, because I can't go see my friends, because the lockdown, the quarantine, isolation. So I am so excited to see my friends, because I haven't seen them in 2 months, and I need some female company time.
Yeah, exactly. You want that. So you mean your boyfriend not live with you in apartment, or?
Well, I have an apartment in
Yeah.
in the next village, but it's
Yeah.
quite small. So for us to stay there, it's fine, but there's not much room for all of our stuff.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find something together, but then the lockdown happened and everything like that. So obviously we've had to wait. So now I'm staying at his house, because it's bigger. There's more, they have a lounge, a living room and stuff like that. But his room is like separated from the house.
Yeah.
But you know, his family live in the big house and we're in the little house.
So I think the two houses in the same neighborhood and in the same area.
Yeah, the same like plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are just separated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so can't wait till we can find our own place that's not next door.
Yeah, exactly. So you can communicate with your boyfriend family. It's okay.
Yes, well, I mean, I speak a bit of Greek. I'm learning Greek
Yeah.
myself. So me and my boyfriend's family, we do a mixture of they speak some English, I speak some Greek, and
Yeah.
we can I can speak to his mum, brother, sister, fine. They all speak
Yeah.
amazing English, but
Yeah.
I try to speak Greek, but you know, we can understand each other perfectly. But his father doesn't speak
Yeah.
any English, and
Yeah.
when we speak, he speaks to me very, very fast, very fast.
Oh, you can catch it.
No. And
Yeah.
typically on this island, anyway,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
different places have different dialects, different accents. Well,
Yeah.
here, it's very common that everybody here speaks so fast. You know, you can't
Uh-huh.
catch, I cannot catch anything he says. So,
Like a rubber singer.
yeah, literally, everything he says is very fast, and he speaks with like slang.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know any slang yet. I'm still like learning the grammar, I'm trying to learn some common phrases, but it's quite difficult when
So you plan to stay a long time in Greece because
yeah.
you learn their language.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's
So
hard
it's
language.
it's So that's my question. Hard language, and maybe you know the basics of the language,
Mm.
like hi, how are you, and how to communicate with the supermarket and the
Mm.
restaurant, but maybe not deep conversation.
No, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. I can do I can survive, you know,
Y-
I can get
Exactly.
by in shops, bars, supermarkets, everything. But when it
Yeah.
comes to like a conversation about politics or something specific, you know,
You
like
can go. You can go on.
it's I can pick words, I can say words, and
Yeah.
I can understand a little bit. But
Yeah.
you know, if they're talking about politics, lots of
Yeah.
the words I don't know, so it's quite difficult to join in on that conversation.
Yeah, like me when I listen to sometimes to my tutors, he he speak fast and it's hard for me to understand and understand the new words, to make sense, and I want to understand the full sentence. It's hard for me when he speak fast.
Yeah. Where's he from? Is
Yeah.
he from America or England?
Uh,
The tu-
yeah.
the tutors you usually speak to, are they from
Uh,
America or anywhere?
no, I always call American tutors because their accent is very clearly to me.
Mm.
Because I got the accent from the American movies and American songs, so it's easy to understand. But I try to understand the British accent also because there are many tutors here on Cambly, British and American.
Mm.
So sometimes my schedule, I'm always call my tutors on a day here in my country, but there in America it's like night. so they are sleepy.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah, so because the time difference between us, it's like 8 hours. So I have to learn the British and American accent to uh, to keep in touch with my tutors. But to be honest, your accent is very clear.
mm.
Seems to very clear to me. The comparison as you British. I think your accent is mixed between British and American accent.
Well, my accent is what we call, I'll type it for you,
Yeah,
because actually, in terms of in England, I don't actually have an accent. This is how British people are supposed to speak. So
yeah.
my accent is the original British accent. So technically, I don't have an accent. So we call this received pronunciation, or in slang
Yeah,
terms, people call it the Queen's English.
Queen's English.
Speak like
Yeah,
the Queen.
yes.
So
So you're a queen.
yeah, because we speak like the Queen, we do not have an accent. Whereas if you go up north or south
Yeah,
or west or east of England,
yeah,
of where I
yeah.
live, the accents are very different. So if you speak
Different and difficult. Very
very
difficult than this.
difficult, my
Uh-huh.
accent is the easiest to understand from British people because
Yeah.
people know it because it's typically British, you know, my accent is typical. You hear it in movies or
Uh-huh.
TV shows when you watch a British show, you hear my
Yeah.
accent.
So, which city do you live? Do you lived in England?
I live very close to London.
Yeah.
I live near the Queen's house. So very close to London. So
Yeah. So, yeah.
it's exactly, this is why we have this accent.
Uh-huh.
But if you go to places like Liverpool or Newcastle or Scotland or Wales,
Yeah. Yeah.
the accent is very different. Very.
Uh-huh.
So, for
Uh-huh.
example, someone from Newcastle, when they
Yeah.
say the word cooking,
Yeah.
I say cooking, cooking. I'm going to do some
Yeah.
cooking today. They say
Yeah.
cooking,
Cooking.
cooking,
Uh-huh.
cooking.
So when I heard this word, I thought this is another word I don't know. Yeah,
Exactly. So,
but but exactly I know the word, but the pronunciation and the accent is not fit for my mind.
exactly. So when you hear these words, you start to
Yeah,
like second guess yourself. You think, "Oh,
exactly.
sounds like
Yeah,
cooking, but I don't know." Well, this is how this is in my father. My dad
yeah,
cannot understand anybody from
yeah.
anybody above London. If you live above London, you are a northerner. And my dad just cannot understand. One of
Yeah,
my best friends is from Liverpool.
yeah,
And so we say if you're from Liverpool, you have a Scouse accent.
yeah.
And they are very like this. They have very like
Yeah. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
very much so. And my
Yeah.
dad says to me, my dad looks at me like, Faye, what did she say? I don't know what she said. She's talking to me.
Explain to me.
Yeah, basically. And especially Scottish people, you might as well
Yeah,
just,
it's very harder. They have very harder accent.
yes. So exactly, all of these accents are very harsh, very strong, and
Yeah.
also as well, when they speak, they use lots of slang, dialect, that kind of thing. So
So you mentioned to slang. Is it slang is very different from the real language, or just some words changing?
I think a lot of it can be very different. So have you ever heard of the word dreadful?
Dreadful. Yeah,
Like
dreadful.
something, oh, that's
I,
dreadful,
yeah,
that's awful, that's horrible. Dreadful.
yeah. I, I know this word because I have watched the TV series Penny Dreadful,
Oh,
England
I thought you
TV
were going to
series.
say that.
Yeah, I think the actor, her name in TV series Vanessa Ives, but I don't remember her name, her real name.
Oh, I don't know. I've not seen it, but I've heard of the series.
Yeah,
Um, and so in Newcastle,
yeah,
they say if they want to say something is very, very good, they
yeah,
say, "Oh, that's dreadful," even though dreadful means something's very, very bad. When they
yeah.
want to, this is a slang way of saying it. It doesn't mean this
Uh-huh.
just because they're in. It's like a slang way. If they want to say something's very good, they say, "Oh, that's dreadful."
Dreadful.
But obviously, to me, my friend said it. My friend who is from here, she's from Newcastle,
Yeah.
and she said to me the other day, "Oh, my granddad thinks that's dreadful." And I was like, "Really? Why? It's not that bad." And she was like, "No, it means he really likes it." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Really?" I was
Yeah, you took a second
like,
to think.
even when she said that, I was still confused at why she said
Yeah,
that. I was like, "Oh, maybe she meant to say a different word, but she wasn't like thinking straight. I don't know." And then she explained
yeah.
it to me, and I was like, "What? Really?" But then I thought about it afterwards, and in London, Londoners, like young Londoners, if they want to say something is so good, amazing, really good, they
Yeah.
say, "Oh, that's sick."
That's sick.
Sick, yeah. "Oh, that's sick, that
Oh,
is." That's really amazing. That's so cool. That's sick.
sick. It's like illness.
Yeah, so if you say something sick, it means you're unwell or you're like being sick. So when you
Yeah.
want to say something is amazing, people from London say, "Oh, that's sick."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I
And I was
got
like,
you.
"Oh,
You
okay."
mean this is the slang song,
Yeah.
slang language.
I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I get it now," because I was like, dreadful. Why would you say that? But when you start, you don't think about your own language that you use,
Yeah, yeah,
think
exactly.
about how weird it sounds. So if I was saying to you, "Oh, that's sick, Ahmed, that's sick," you'd be like,
Yeah.
"What is?"
No, yeah, yeah. I will reply to you. No, I'm not sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So tell me about your method you follow to learn Greece. What is your method? Maybe you benefit me in my English journey.
Well, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I've been taking Greek lessons as
yeah.
just so I can get like the grammar, the technical side to understand.
You take a lesson in schools, in university, or online, or by
Um,
yourself.
with a tutor in person
Yeah,
in a small group. But
yeah,
before that, I actually taught myself how to read.
yeah.
And I first off was using a book to teach myself about it. And I realized
Uh-huh.
for me, I need structure. I need, this is this is that, this is this. I need structure. If
Exactly.
everything's all messy, I can't learn. So I have to make it clear and in like a methodical order. So I decided to get a tutor and it's really benefiting me. But at the
Yeah.
moment we've stopped lessons because not only because of the coronavirus, but now no one is working. Anybody who does the lessons, apart from me, no one is earning any money. So it seemed my teacher said, "Look, we'll stop the lessons for now because no one can afford to pay." So I thought, okay, well now I'm not having any Greek lessons. So
So you can't afford to pay to your tutor.
I can, but not my group. None of my group can. So
Exactly.
so we stopped the lessons
Yeah.
because, you know, no one else is earning money apart from me because
Yeah.
my job is at home.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I've tried to start doing is let me just see if I can find it and I can show you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this will help you, but it might. So I don't know if you can see it. This is like a verb sheet.
Present, future.
So I've got the
Verb.
verb here in Greek and then in English.
Yeah.
And then I've got like all of these are the pronouns. So I, you, he, she, we, you, plural, they. Then present, future, past.
Yeah.
And I've written down each verb. So each of these squares, present, present, future, future, past, past.
Can you show me their letters?
I don't know if you can read them.
Their letters is I think it's nearest to English
Yeah.
KAT, but there is a letters KTB. So can you read this word to me in the present?
So this says
Yeah. It's like
Kataveno.
kata.
Kate,
Yeah.
Kate. This is a V. It looks like a B, but it's a V.
V.
AINW. So an English V is an N. So it says Kataveno,
Katabeno.
which means to like get down, to get off. So, oh, Kataveno to treno. I'm getting off the train.
It's not. The pronunciation also it's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, it can be. Because there's some words. So think about the word for fix. This English word fix.
Yeah.
The x is at the end of the word.
Yeah.
Whereas in some Greek words, it's at the beginning. So for me, that's so difficult to try and do. It's like seki now, I wake up, or to start, that kind of thing. And it's really difficult sometimes when I'm in the middle of a sentence to suddenly say it because I'm so used to that x sound at the end of a word.
Yeah.
I'd be saying something, then I have to say seki now, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right to say it, you know, because I'm so not used to it. But yeah, if you can, I think making a verb sheet like this, so I've got simple future,
Yeah.
simple present, present continuous, and you know, then it could be like present with or past continuous, whatever you want. So it's
Exactly.
really
That's what I do when I learning English. I put the rules, the present, the simple present, past present, and I put the tenses, the continuous tenses like past and the present. But sometimes I I read and practice on simple past, and I completed this tense, and I jump into the present continuous. Uh, and I thought I feel myself. Oh my gosh! I forget about the other things. So it's a bit confused sometimes to me. But I will practice on that on Cambly and on another apps. I feel I gathering my knowledge and thoughts in grammar.
yeah, good. But you
Yeah,
know, if there's any that you're struggling with, or you think for
yeah,
some reason this verb, I just forget everything about it, make one
yeah.
of these, and you can have all of the tenses on one sheet. It's both sides, And
Yeah, exactly.
it's really helpful because everything I want to know about that verb is on that one sheet. So
Yeah.
it makes it
You
easier for learning, like, you know, revising, to look at it again.
exactly, and if you forget about anything, you can return to this paper and learn more about the tenses.
I know, and I'm that organized, right? I have it all in, and if you can see, like A, B, C, D, like all the,
Yeah.
I have it all alphabetized, but from the English word. So not like to like cataveno. I have that under G because it's to get up, not K, because it's easier for me to find the English word
Yeah,
rather than the Greek word.
exactly. So, Faye, I have to go right now. I want to thank you for your time, and you are very kind. Because I spent, I think, with you more than 30 or 30, 40 minutes. My mind, I feel like full. I can't grasp any more words. All my words, it's getting finished.
Well,
You feel that.
yeah,
You feel that.
it was
Exactly.
great to talk to you. I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope I will speak to you again soon.
Exactly, and I hope you be fluent in Greece someday.
Oh, thank you. I'll
Thank
try.
you. So goodbye for now.
Bye, Ahmed. See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Bye bye. Bye bye.